że bardzo łatwo zaśpiewać.
Nie blokujemy kolejki.
Naprawdę dla mnie ogromna przyjemność. Wszystkiego najlepszego. Dziękuję bardzo Pani Marszałek. Dziękuję bardzo. Zapraszam. But the sitter is very, very low. So that's what.
Okay.
Teraz ty!
Dobrze, wszystko dobrze. No, jeszcze tak bliżej przyjaciela. Śliczne? Piękne.
Another miniature uniform display?
Good evening once again. Thank you very much for coming today. Your Excellency, Professor Shaka, the Ambassador of Rwanda to the Republic of Poland, Your Excellency, Honorable Minister Paweł Jabłonski, the Minister of State in the Minister of Foreign Affairs in charge of African and Middle East policy, the distinguished Excellency Ambassadors, distinguished guests, friends of Rwanda, fellow Rwandans, all protocol observed, good evening. It's my honor to welcome you to the 28th anniversary of Rwanda Liberation today, organized by the Embassy of Rwanda. My name is Pascaline Mutoni, and I will be a master of ceremony today. Today we are going to start with the national anthem of the Republic of Rwanda and the Republic of Poland, followed by the remarks of His Excellency Ambassador, who will also welcome our guest of honor. Afterwards, we are going to have dinner. Thank you very much. Now we may have the national anthems.
Your Excellency, Minister Jabłonski, the Secretary of State in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Excellencies, Ministers here present, Shadona Pani Marszałek, Excellencies, Ambassadors, Excellencies, Pani, Panowie, Prezeshi, distinguished guests, diplomatic corps members, distinguished directors, friends of Rwanda, and fellow compatriots, all protocol observed. Good evening. Serdecznie witam. Before we proceed with our today's program, please join me in solidarity with the royal family and in the name of His Excellency, the President of Rwanda, President Paul Kagame, who is the current chair of the Commonwealth. Join me in holding a minute of silence for Her late Majesty, the Queen Elizabeth II. Thank you. On behalf of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Rwanda, and on my own behalf, I welcome you all to this 28th anniversary of Rwanda's liberation, Kwibohora28. Traditionally, this important day in our lives is celebrated on 4th July, and for the first time in Poland, we wanted to make sure that you are all here. That's why we moved it from July to this September. And I want to thank each and every one of you for your time given to us to celebrate together this important day in our national life. Today is exciting for many reasons. 28 years ago, on July 4th, the Rwandan Patriotic Front defeated the genocidal forces that perpetrated the genocide against the Tutsi in Rwanda. And that very same day, 4th July 1994, our freedom fighters reclaimed Kigali. This was a pivotal win which paved the way for the rebirth of our country. And 2 weeks later, on the 19th of July, that same year, the government of national unity was then formed. That was a symbol of renewal. This was a hopeful starting point for our country. Since then till now, Rwanda is striving to rebuild itself and to build a system of accountability and a system of government that is based on inclusiveness, where each and every citizen of our country is equal before the law and equally belongs to his nation. Today, Rwanda is a proud nation of the African continent. 28 years ago, we were known to be a country of genocide, divided, and with little, if at all, little hope. Today, Rwanda is known to be a nation, a country that is striving to unite its people. Już nie jesteśmy krajem, który jest, w którym żyje kilka ileś grup etnicznych. Jesteśmy narodem i chcemy być narodem. Walczymy, będziemy dążyli, żeby zbudować naród. Bez narodu nic nie ma. Bez narodu nic nie ma. Myśmy to doświadczyli. Ale dzisiaj za wszelką ceną dążymy do budowania kraju, w którym każdy, młody czy stary, kobieta czy mężczyzna będzie czuł i czuje się, że jest częścią tego budującego się i rozwijającego się narodu. That is Rwanda, a country country that is seeking and striving to be a proud nation. What can I say from that revival? Today Rwanda is a proud African nation and a credible global partner in multiple ways. We are, in just less than 3 decades, have become, from the ashes of nowhere, we have become one of the fastest growing economies in Africa, the second country with ease of doing business, a greenfield for proof of concepts in innovations and homegrown solutions. Our governance system is known to be a system that is promoting accountability, transparency, and fighting against corruption. Rwanda has the highest number of women in parliament and one of the countries with the forward-looking vision to promote women and gender equality across all systems of governance of our land. In addition, our capital cities seem to be one of the cleanest cities in Africa. We are a committed member of the global world to promote environment protection, especially through the conservation and protection of endangered gorilla species. Just to name a few, weeks, exactly on 2nd September, Rwanda, we had the pleasure to have the global gorilla namers. Global gorilla namers, meaning giving names to baby gorillas, and among them we had the pleasure to have the then Prince of United Kingdom, and now the King, Charles III. So today Rwanda is among the top contributors to UN peacekeeping missions and the top highest contributor when it comes to police officers in UN peacekeeping mission. We are in the shape, Rwanda is in the best shape it has ever been, thanks to the liberation, which is why we pay tribute to our soldiers, our leadership, to the men and women, young and old, who for the last 28 years have been giving it their all and committed to rebuilding our country. You can rest assured we are just started. We are aware that the journey of transformation will be long, but we are prepared. And together we shall prosper. Our beautiful land of Thousand Hills has been known or called by international people as the Switzerland of Africa. Others refer to Rwanda as the Singapore of Africa, but we simply say we are the heart of Africa. Our hearts beat with and for Africa, and we will strive alongside our brothers and sisters on the continent to make sure that transformation gets roots on African continent. And we will strive together with our African brothers and sisters to make sure that security and stability on the continent is not a dream, but it takes roots. That what genocide has taught us, that we need to strive and stand for transformation. And if not us, who will do it for us? Our leadership is very much committed to that and is working across the continent and beyond to make sure that the sensitive areas with high degree of insecurity are dealt with, and will continue to count on our friends on the continent and beyond so that the future is different from the past we have known. Teraz krótko powiem, wiem, że to długo, ale chciałbym w tym punkcie zaznaczać, że nasze stosunki z Polską, stosunki dyplomatyczne zostały nawiązane kilkadziesiąt lat temu, dokładnie 10 lipca w 1965. I od tamtego czasu przez prawie 30 lat to te stosunki się odbywały poprzez naszą ambasadę wówczas w Moskwie. Aż tuż po ludobójstwie po 90 parę do zeszłego roku te stosunki się nawiązywały za pośrednictwem ambasady Rwandy w Berlinie. Ale chciałbym zaznaczyć, panie ministrze, excellencies, że od zeszłego roku rzeczy się zmieniły, gdyż w tym kraju, w Warszawie, już stosunki międzynarodowe między Rwandą a Polską będą się toczyły w Warszawie, bo nasza ambasada już otwierała swoje drzwi. I chcę tu podziękować rządowi polskiemu, a w szczególności His Excellency Prezydent Rzeczypospolitej Polskiej, który mnie przyjął moje listy uwierzytelniające 7 grudnia zeszłego roku. Także cieszę się, że od tamtego czasu do tej pory miałem możliwość tutaj spotykać się wieloma osobami, osobistami, ministrami. Parlament prawie cały, świat biznesu, akademia i poza tym, a ponad wszystkim mnóstwo przyjacieli Rwandy. Bardzo mocno doceniam i chcę was tutaj w tym momencie wam bardzo podziękować za to. Before I conclude, I just want to say that I have the immense pleasure of serving my country, Rwanda, as the ambassador to the Republic of Poland, and I am very excited about the opportunities that lie ahead between Rwanda and Poland. As some of you know it already, Kwibohora, I have said it, means from this year's theme, to prosper together, and we will ensure that the meaning of Kwibohora is taken forward. Ambasada Rwanda w Polsce to najmłodsza ambasada w tym kraju. Jeżeli chodzi o wiek, to również najmłodsza ambasada Rwandy w ogóle na świecie. Dlatego więc mamy chęć, ja z moimi kolegami, skorzystać z tej siły, tej podwójnej młodości, żeby zwiększyć nasze stosunki z Polską i żeby pchać te stosunki na wyższe podium. Mierzamy więc tutaj naciskać i oczekujemy duże wsparcia w kierunku do dyplomacji ekonomicznej, dyplomacji edukacyjnej i kulturowej oraz dyplomacji nowych technologii. Do tego też bardzo chętnie zmierzamy. Także dziękuję z góry każdemu z Was, który będzie nas wspierał w realizacji tej naszej misji. Dziękuję też również moim rodakom, my fellow compatriots who have been here receiving us. They received us well. We are working with them very nicely, and we look forward to work for you as well, so that this country to which you come in hundreds to get your education is a country that we will be proud of, and we will take back home the best of it, education and knowledge. So I want to thank my young fellow compatriot at this juncture. So therefore, long life to Rwanda, niech żyje Polska i niech żyje polsko-rwandyjskie relacje. At this time, allow me invite His Excellency Minister Paweł Jabłonski for a toast to continually growing relations between Rwanda and Poland. Razem prosperujemy. Dziękuję bardzo. Na zdrowie.
Panie Ambasadorze, Szanowni Państwo, Your Excellencies, Ambassadors, representatives of Parliament, of various institutions, all distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, it is a great pleasure for me and a great honor to be here with you today for the celebration of this Liberation Day of Rwanda. Kwibohora marks the triumph of the people of Rwanda, but it's equally a festivity for all mankind. Because on this day, back in July 1994, brave people of Rwanda overcame violence and terror. And their triumph was a source of joy and relief, not just for themselves, but for all nations. They showed us all that even the worst evil can be fought and can be defeated. I want to salute today and congratulate to all the heroes of the struggle, all the close ones and all the descendants. Here in Poland, we watched the developments in Rwanda very, very closely, cheering and praying for another people, another nation fighting for its freedom. For freedom ours and yours, that is the motto that has been guiding Poles for centuries. Rwandans born after July 1994 are already adults. They are working very hard, they are setting up their own families and livelihoods, they are providing for the next generations. And this new generation that was able to grow up in a free and a stable country thanks to these people. The same goes for our nation that was born after the horrors of the Second World War, when millions of Poles were murdered by Nazi Germany and Soviet Union. Actually, in 4 days, we will also be marking an anniversary, the 29th anniversary since the last Soviet soldier left Polish soil back in 1993. These last 3 decades have been good, both for Poland and Rwanda. There were many challenges, and there will be many challenges. There are always ups and downs. But both of our countries have been put on course of independence, prosperity, and stability. On course that was the dream of previous generations. And we know the sources of this success. It's always the hard work, ability to learn from others, from one's own mistakes, as well as respecting the wisdom and traditions of our ancestors. And if we stay loyal to these values, the next generations of Rwandans and Poles won't have to experience the evil that their ancestors fought and defeated. We must always provide our next generations with bravery, with commitment, decisiveness, and the will to fight if necessary. Rwanda's motto, unity, work, patriotism, expresses these aspirations, these values, but is also a formula for success. This year, the year 2022, marks also the 60th anniversary of Rwanda's independence from colonial rule. And I want to congratulate all Rwandans also on this occasion. You know very well both the pain of living under the rule of foreigners, as also you know the joy of finally overcoming the oppressors. These two experiences also have formed our Polish history, our Polish imagination. They are the reason why we cannot stand aside today, where another nation is attacked by aggressive empire, as we all observe just beyond our eastern border in Ukraine. And we believe that all countries that were once occupied and colonized should stand in solidarity when we see another attempt of imposing brutal imperial rule based on violence. Rwanda understands this perfectly, forming part of many peacekeeping missions. And Poland also understands perfectly, supporting Ukraine today and supporting all nations that fight for the freedom. As Rwanda has shown us during the fight for its liberation, the only sensible answer to evil is to fight it. And peace can only be achieved with strength, commitment, and resilience. As we know, both from Rwandan and Polish history, smaller nations can win, can defeat empires that are trying to subdue them. Today, Ukraine showed this once more. Rwanda and Poland may not be close geographically, but we have very much in common. We all value independence, tradition, stability. We all cherish the same Christian values. And I hope that we will continue to work together for a world where all nations can be free from military, political, economic, or ideological subjugation, subservience to brutal empires.
Ja jeszcze nie, ale...
No nie, ale wypadało. Tak,
tak.
zobaczyć.